At a lively gathering in a charming coastal cottage in Maine, Mia raised her wine glass, her voice cutting through the chatter of her sister's engagement party. To love, to new chapters, and, she paused, her eyes softening, to Nana's memory. The room hushed. Nana had passed just a week ago, and her absence weighed heavily on everyone. I lifted my glass with the others, silently toasting the woman who'd shaped so much of my life. Mia set her glass on a driftwood table, her smile turning mischievous. Speaking of Nana, I have news. She pulled a folded letter from her purse, its edges slightly frayed. My stomach tightened. There was a glint in her eyes I hadn't seen since we were kids, when she'd swiped the last cookie and blame me. Before she passed, Nana gave me this, Mia said, her voice carrying over the salty sea breeze wafting through the open windows. She wanted me to have her lighthouse, the one we all adored as kids. Gasps and murmurs rippled through the room. My parents exchanged proud glances, and Mia's fiancé, Lucas, beamed. My cousin Ellie caught my eye from across the room, her brow furrowed. She knew how close Nana and I had been. I stood frozen, the words sinking in like stones. Nana's lighthouse wasn't just a quirky tower on the cliffs. It was her sanctuary, where I'd spent countless weekends helping her polish the lens, repaint the railings, and listen to her tales of stormy nights and shipwrecks. Mia, though, hadn't visited in years, always citing her busy city life or lack of cell service. 2 months ago, Nana had pressed a small weathered tin into my hands, whispering, "Don't open this till the time's right, Lila." Inside, I'd found a notarized deed transferring the lighthouse to me, dated a year prior. It was already mine, removed from her estate. As Mia unfolded her letter and read aloud Nana's supposed wishes, I studied her face. Was she lying? Did she know about my deed? Had Nana changed her mind? "Congrats, Mia," I managed, forcing a smile, my mind racing. I needed to check that tin. Excusing myself for a quick trip to the restroom, I slipped out, texting Ellie, "Need to check something at home. Cover for me?" "Say I got a work call," she replied instantly, promising to handle it. I left through the back door, the sound of Mia's celebration fading behind me. The drive to my apartment was a blur, the coastal road winding under a starlit sky. Memories of Nana flooded back, teaching me to read tide charts, pointing out Orion over the ocean, laughing as I tripped over mooring ropes. The lighthouse was more than property. It was where Nana taught me courage, curiosity, and the beauty of quiet moments. Mia's claim felt like a betrayal of that sacred space. At home, I dug the tin from my closet shelf. Its faint scent of lavender, Nana's favorite, hit me as I opened it. Inside were the deed, a sealed envelope with my name, and a brass key to the lighthouse's logbook cabinet. The deed confirmed it. The lighthouse was mine, signed and notarized a year ago. The envelope held a letter in Nana's looping, slightly wobbly script. "My dearest Lila," it began. "By now, I'm likely gone. I gave you the lighthouse because you cherished it as I did. Mia loves the idea of it, but not its soul. I've filed everything with my lawyer, Susan Grant, to keep things clear. The lighthouse is yours, not part of my estate. Trust yourself to keep its light burning." Tears stung my eyes. Mia had fabricated her letter. The audacity was staggering, even for her. My phone buzzed with texts from my parents worried about my absence, and one from Mia. "Nice exit. Don't worry, you can visit the lighthouse anytime." That sealed it. I wouldn't confront her remotely. This needed to be face to face. I tucked the tin under my arm and drove back to the cottage. Nana's words echoed in my mind. "The truth doesn't need a megaphone, Lila. It shines brightest in the quiet." I parked a block from Mia's cottage, the tin beside me. Ellie texted, "Just family left now. You coming?" Perfect. I didn't want a spectacle. At the door, Mia answered, her smile faltering. "Work sorted already?" she asked, skeptical. "We need to talk," I said, stepping inside. The living room held my parents, Lucas, and Ellie. My father was inspecting Mia's letter, while my mother chatted about lighthouse tours with Lucas. Ellie sat quietly, her unease palpable. "Lila's back," my mother said, stating the obvious. "We were just talking about Mia's lighthouse news." "Actually," I said, placing the tin on the table, "that's why I'm here." Mia's eyes flicked to the tin, recognition dawning. "What's that?" she asked, though her tone suggested she knew. "Something Nana gave me," I replied evenly. "She said to open it when the time was right. That's now." I pulled out the deed and Nana's letter. "A year ago, Nana transferred the lighthouse to me. It's already mine, not part of her estate." Silence gripped the room. My father took the deed, his brow creasing. "This is notarized," he said, "and this is Nana's signature." "That's impossible," Mia stammered. "Nana gave me her letter." "Can I see it?" I asked. My father handed it over. I placed it beside Nana's letter. The difference was glaring. Nana's shaky script versus Mia's smooth forgery. "Mia," my mother whispered, "did you fake this?" Mia's silence spoke volumes. "You don't get it," she finally burst out. "It's not fair Lila gets everything. She was always Nana's favorite, always at the lighthouse while I was stuck in the city." "Everything?" I echoed. "Mia, you barely visited. Nana invited you constantly." My father sighed. "Mia, forging a letter is serious." Lucas stood mumbling, "I should go," and left, avoiding Mia's gaze. Ellie gave me a subtle nod. "Why, Mia?" my father pressed. "The will reading's next week. Why announce this now?" "I found out the lighthouse wasn't in the estate," Mia admitted. "I asked Susan about it, and she said it was already handled. I figured if I claimed it first, maybe—" She trailed off. "Maybe I'd just give it up," I asked. "Maybe I'd finally matter to Nana," she snapped. Her words stung, revealing a hurt I hadn't seen. "Mia," I said softly, "Nana loved you. You chose not to come." My father shook his head. "This doesn't justify lying, Mia." I reached into the tin, pulling out an envelope addressed to Mia in Nana's script. "She left this for you," I said, handing it over. Mia opened it, her expression shifting from wariness to shock. "She knew," Mia whispered, passing the letter to my mother. "Dear Mia," my mother read aloud, "if Lila's opened my tin, something